For the last 20 years or so, whenever we had a question, what was the first thing we'd do? We'd Google it, right? It became this automatic reflex. But, a new habit is starting to take over, and this one feels, well, even more natural. It's a huge shift in how we get our hands on information and intelligence. So, let's break down what this new mind tool is really all about.
So, the biggest change is right here. We used to have to chop up our thoughts into these rigid little keywords for a machine. We basically had to learn to think like a search engine. But now, with generative AI, we can just ask. We can speak in full sentences with all our nuance and our ums and ahs, just like we're talking to another person.
And this simple shift leads us to the first massive capability, moving from just searching to having a real conversation. And look, this isn't just a small update. This completely changes the game for how we interact with technology to learn and to think.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? For so long, the pressure was on us to learn the machine's language. We had to adapt. Now, for pretty much the first time ever, the machine is learning our language. It's adapting to the way we naturally think and speak. The whole dynamic has been flipped on its head.
So what this really means is that the technology meets you right where you are. If you're a total beginner on a topic, it can explain things in a super simple way. If you're an expert, you can dive right into the deep, technical stuff. This adaptability just removes all that friction and, frankly, the intimidation factor. It makes AI feel less like some complicated computer and more like a natural extension of your own mind.
Being able to talk to it is just the beginning, though. The next giant leap is in the kinds of answers we get back. We're going way beyond a simple list of blue links to something so much more powerful. Just try to wrap your head around this for a second. The knowledge base these tools are pulling from is almost impossible to comprehend. We're talking trillions of data points, from books, websites, scientific papers. It's more information than any single person could ever consume in 100 lifetimes.
And this just perfectly shows the difference in our daily lives. You remember the old way, right? The chaos of having 20 browser tabs open, trying to piece together a coherent thought from all these scattered sources. Now, you ask one question and you get back a single, synthesized, coherent answer. The AI does all of that heavy lifting for you. So here's the really crucial part. This technology gives pretty much everyone access to a depth of knowledge that honestly used to be just for specialists or people who could spend months doing research. It's an incredible tool for democratizing information. It's a massive equalizer. But here's where it gets really, really exciting. Generative AI isn't just a fact machine. It's not just a fancy encyclopedia. It's actually evolving into an active partner that can help us reason through things and solve complex problems. The absolute best way to think about this is as a cognitive amplifier. It's not here to think for you, not at all. It's a tool designed to make your own thinking better. It helps you process information more effectively and see connections that maybe you would have missed on your own. And just think about what this means in a practical sense. When you're tired or you're stuck on a really tough decision, you now have a partner that can help you lay out the pros and cons, suggest different ways forward, or offer a perspective you hadn't even thought of. It's like having a clear-headed collaborator on call anytime you need one. Okay, but none of this really matters if we can't trust the tool, right? So how do we know we can actually rely on the answers and the reasoning that these AI systems are giving us? That's the big question. Well, we actually have some really objective proof now. As you can see here, the top AI models are consistently scoring in the highest percentiles on standardized tests, things like the SAT, the GRE, even the LSA for law school. And remember, these aren't just trivia quizzes. These are exams designed specifically to measure complex human logic, comprehension, and analytical skill. They are passing our own tests for high-level thinking. So when you combine that proven ability to reason with its absolutely vast knowledge base, well, the experience feels less like you're using a search engine and more like you're consulting an entire team of experts. One minute, it can be your legal advisor, the next it can be your financial planner, all in the same conversation. And all of this brings us to what might be the ultimate promise of this technology. It's not just a tool anymore. It's becoming a genuine intellectual companion. So, if there's one key thing to take away from all this, it's this. Generative AI is not about replacing your judgment or your intelligence. It is about enhancing it. Think of it as a partner that can boost your confidence, expand your problem-solving skills, and just give you the support you need to tackle whatever challenge is in front of you. Which leaves us with a final and pretty powerful question to think about. If you're never really thinking alone again, if you have this kind of dependable intellectual support right at your fingertips,
What new challenges are you going to take on? What problems are you going to solve first?